Alright guys, as expected by the title, we are going to be talking about your top 5 Pokemon sealed investments in April 2023, so stay tuned. Guys, now first and foremost, if you guys are new here, be sure to you guys hit that subscribe. It's greatly appreciated to help out the channel and move us right along. Of course, that like button is a great thing to hit right now. If you guys are new or old to this channel, that really helps me out a lot for moving this channel forward in the long run. And also just a reminder that anybody that is following the channel and anybody that's new, if you join the membership for 99 cents, we are doing a monthly giveaway now. It's going to depend on how many people are in there, but I'm taking a certain amount and putting it into packs. This month we are doing V-Star Universe, so there's some opportunities for you guys to jump in on that membership for 99 cents. You get some cool emojis. I'm going to start doing some more stuff in the background as promised to try and keep up with that community. Once again, if you guys support the channel, I want to help and be involved and more supportive of you guys, so I will be doing that along with the giveaway monthly that we will be doing on that backside. And once again, 99-cent membership fee, guys. It's not a big fee. I just want to kind of build up this channel, that community, and that backdrop. Also kind of move this channel along. It also helps me in the long run on YouTube. So without further ado and without being said, let me know in the comments below, what do you think about the new lighting? Do you like this kind of lighting? Is this more clean? Is this better for your guys? Is it more appealing? Or did you like that dark look behind me? A little bit more lighting back there. It gets everything a little bit brighter, stands out a little bit more. So let me know in the comments below. Do you like this new lighting, or should I go back to more of the dark scheme that I had before? But without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at some investments. Now today, these are items that I think are going to do really well overall. These are items that I have said before, and of course I'm going to bring them back again, because of course we have changed out of Sword and Shield. We have gone to a new era of Pokemon with, of course, Scarlet and Violet, and that of course is going to change the perception of some of these products in the long run. And of course, if anybody isn't in the news, I might be doing a video here on Wednesday covering a little bit more of this, but Rattle has done a really good job talking about, of course, the stolen hit cards out of the modern booster boxes. Starting, it looks like, at Evolving Skies, possibly Chilling Reign, and some of the situations that are coming up with that may affect the pricing of those booster boxes in the long run. And we will sit down and talk about the repercussions or the possible things that are coming up possibly on Wednesday if I really want to go that direction. We'll see. If other things happen, I might just skip it and let the other channels handle that one. But without further ado, let's go ahead and talk about the top 5 investments that I am looking at right now when it comes to Sword and Shield. So we're going to go ahead with number 5. All right, now that we're number 5, I had picked the Vivid Voltage booster box. That's right. We're going to go back to some older things. You're going to see quite a trend on these particular products in this particular list, and there's a reason behind that, and I'll cover that as we go forward. Also, we're going to be talking about the repercussions and things that may be on the bad side of these. I try and give you the good and the bad so you guys can make the best informed decision that you can. Now, number 5, I picked the Vivid Voltage booster box. Why did I pick this particular box? Overall, I still think that Hunt for Pikachu is really going to continue to drive this price up in the future. When we get more and more people back into the hobby, there'll be a remembrance of that particular item. That Hunt for Chunkachu, that Rainbow Pikachu out of that particular set really is a good thing for your sealed investments. Once again, when I look at seal investments for a long-term investment, something I want to hold on to for multiple years, I'm definitely looking at something that's going to be a draw back to that set in the future. And that's a very important factor when you're looking at these particular items. You need a draw. You need something that's going to bring people back into them a lot of times, not just because they're old. Old does not necessarily mean that they'll be sought after. It's something that's going to be remembrance of it. Once again, you're doing a crapshoot on this, guys. So you could have some people that are coming back with the nostalgia feel of trying to go back for that, but on terms that we don't know that that's going to happen for sure, and that's where the double edge comes on this. Overall pricing on this right now, the high has been $143. The low has been $122 in the last 6 months. So far in the last 6 months, we have seen a 16% gain on this particular booster box. Now, the one nice thing is about this particular box, is it going to go down in price very much? Probably not. You're going to see some market fluctuations up and down just naturally over time, but I think that this booster box will continue to ratchet up nice and slow. You're going to continue to see this thing make nice gains just like this. That 10 to 17% every 6 months, even a year, to me will be a good gain overall in the long term. Now, there's no reason for it to go down. Why is that? Because we will probably never see any reprints of Vivid Voltage at this point. This set is coming up on 2.5 years old, and there's no reason with the new era of Pokemon that Pokemon itself is going to go back and reprint something like that. This is where we talk about going out of rotation, going out of print. This is a situation with some of these products that I'm putting on this list. So that's particularly why I put this Vivid Voltage booster box. Number one, the nostalgia factor of that Rainbow Chunkachu is going to be a big factor, along with the fact that it's out of print and the pricing is continually moving up at a really nice pace for me when I'm looking at an overall investment. Now's the time to start maybe putting some money into some of these older booster boxes for that long-term hold, because once again, you're looking at maybe less at an opportunity cost, and of course, just nice natural gains over the next few years. Moving on to number 4. All right, number 4, I put the Darkness Ablaze booster box. Once again, another one of these sets that was older in the beginning of the Sword and Shield era. That Charizard inside of there is still a draw in my opinion. Yes, there are a lot of them in circulation. That is probably one of the most printed Charizards from the Sword and Shield era, but still, it is a very nice beginning to that VMAX era of Charizards. Once again, I think overall, it's got some good value to it. I think that Charizard right now being at $30 to $35 is probably right where it's valued at, but over time and more people coming into the hobby, Charizards are their number 1 draws, and we can predict that Charizards will continue to move up in price over time. Once again, people do like pulling Charizards. It's exciting to pull Charizards, and with Darkness Ablaze having a good pull rate of Charizards actually in it, it could be a draw for people once again to want to open it to try and get a Charizard fairly easily. A few booster boxes and you could theoretically get a Charizard. It was usually 2 per case, so every case of Darkness Ablaze went out there, 2 booster boxes technically had Charizards in it. So it's one of those things. Good pull rate on a Charizard. If you want the excitement of pulling a Charizard, Darkness Ablaze has definitely got an opportunity to give that to you with a few booster boxes, which is an exciting hunt for people in the future when you're looking for a good price to pull a Charizard just for the excitement factor. So once again, overall, the price on this one as a high at 6 months is at $153 as a high, and we've seen a low of $129. Once again, that's an 18% gain over the last 6 months. Once again, a good gaining product that's continuing to move up in value. Once again, we're out of that reprint threat. We're not going to be seeing that reprint come of this. Once again, over 2.5 years old. It's older than Vivid Voltage. We have seen its time. We're out of rotation. We're out of print. And this one is going to, once again, maybe see some ratcheting up and down, but I don't see any big drops in the near future. I think that this one overall will continue to move up in a nice upward motion for the next few years. There's no reason for it to go backwards. Overall, there's not a lot of booster boxes left for this particular one. We didn't get a booster box reprint in the end. We got an ETB reprint of this one, and thus the rotation of this for booster boxes is going to continue to go up really well. So once again, one of these booster boxes, I think that if you want to jump on it, now is probably going to be your best pricing on it, and it's only going to continue to slowly move up from here. Moving on to number 3. Number 3, it's going to be kind of surprising that I put these on here, but I do think that there is still some really good value inside of these, particularly because you can still find them on your retail stores. So we're going to look at the Sword and Shield Elite Trainer Box. Now, these are Sword and Shield base set Elite Trainer Boxes. Once again, these trainer boxes are a nice little buy, and I think that they are a good buy when you can get them at the store for that $39.99. I can still find them at my local Walmart. There's about 5 or 6 of them on the shelf. I just picked them up this weekend because, once again, I think they're a great thing to put in your closet and be able to sit on and know that if you're buying them at $39.99, right now the value of them on TCG Player and on eBay is roughly $70. So right away, you've got a $30 value inside of those. But if we go right now on TCG Player, we can look at the last 6 months performance on this, and we're going to look at a low of about $52 on TCG Player. And we've got a high of $70. That's the last 6 months. That means there's a 30% gain on this particular product on TCG Player in the last 6 months. Once again, not a bad gainer at the end of the day. And once again, that's the beginning of the Sword and Shield era. Yes, there was a massive reprint of these things that came out again about a year ago, back last February 2022. This product has sat on shelves for a long period of time, guys. It was a sitter. It didn't move very much. Even in my local Walmart, the ones were on the top shelf forever. But seeing the value that's available inside of these, once again, you got a good opportunity at $39.99 to purchase these, take them home, and have that automatic value built into that particular box just for purchasing it off the shelf. So overall, I put this on a list because, number one, you can still purchase these out in the wild. If you look around, they're still available. Even some LGSs still have them for sale at their particular facilities. Also, Walmart, Targets, they're still sitting around. So a little bit of shopping around, a little bit of looking, and you can find these fairly easily actually still available at retail or MSRP. And then, of course, you get that value inside of it. And once again, I think they're going to continue to move up. I think Sword and Shield in general has got people's ears perked. Overall, the hype and FOMO has remained in the Sword and Shield era, even going into Scarlet and Violet. And I think overall, the value of these particular products will continue to move up now that we're out of reprint range. One downside of these two is that it is a base set, so we could see some slowing in the price movements. So be cautious with buying them at $70. Maybe just kind of watch at them. If you're looking at them at that price, I would probably look around and really do my shopping on those, because you can find them on Craigslist. You can find them on Facebook. You can find them even, like I said, sometimes on eBay that go through for around that $52 range. So definitely be cautious of buying it at 70. It may slow down. We may only be seeing 5 to 10% gains on this per year overall in the next couple of years. But right now, if you can definitely get them at the MSRP, definitely a great buy. And that's why I put that one at number 3. Moving on to number 2. All right, guys, number 2, I chose the Shining Fates ETV. Once again, this is one of those products that a lot of people are surprised that it makes it on the list. Overall, I think Shining Fates with that Shining Vaults makes a great product overall to purchase. I think that there's some great value inside of that particular item. Charizard is still holding very nicely at that $100 range, 105 to 95, right in that range. Overall, great value at that point. I think that we're right where we should be seeing on that Charizard. Any kind of upward movement on that Charizard in the near future and the future will cause this, of course, ETB to follow up in suit. It's only natural, as we see with other products, as the actual chase cards go up in value, we actually see the pricing of these ETBs go up in value also. So once again, I do love this Charizard. I love the shiny Charizard that's in this particular product. That they did a really nice job taking that VMAX Charizard, putting it into the shiny purple form inside of it. Once again, got one sitting right here. I just pulled another one the other day. Once again, I love this Charizard. Of all the other Charizards in the Sword and Shield era, I think I still like that one particularly the best. It had a good pull rate. It wasn't an extremely hard pull rate, but it was still a good pull rate overall, and it was a little bit more difficult than that Blazing or Darkness Ablaze Charizard, and it gave it that little bit more fun, that little bit more difficult chase that, hey, ETBs really weren't exactly the best place to be able to get that. That one came from an Eldegoss tin, and I pulled my first one from a shiny, one of the Pikachu V premium boxes. Once again, I've never pulled one out of an ETB. Personally, the ETBs are really great because you got one shiny vault card inside of there, one full art shiny vault card, and a few baby shinies on every ETBs, which is a bonus to that particular one. So overall, there is some great value inside of those. The nice promo card inside of there, also that EV promo with EVs being hot is another one. Granted, it's not the most expensive promo right now, but over time, that one may actually gain in price also. So you're getting a little bit extra value with that also. So once again, that's why I put that Shiny Fates ETB. Let's go ahead and look at what we've got for statistics. Right now, the high has been $52. The low has been $43 in the last 6 months. And there's been a percentage gain from high to low of 26%. Once again, this one is continuing to move up at a really nice pace. Nice gradual growth once again after a reprint. We're seeing a little bit of a downward trend on this currently if you look at the charts, but that's because more Shining Fates just showed up in the shelves. We've seen more ETB show up, and we've also seen a lot of those Pikachu V boxes. We've seen the Walmart boxes come out. We've seen some Shiny Fates products show up, which is, of course, kind of drawing that price down a little bit, but overall, I'm not too concerned with that downward price to me. Great time to jump in on it with that price coming down just a little bit more. Moving on to number 1. All right, guys, now before we get to number 1, once again, reminder, be sure you hit that like and subscribe on this channel, guys. It helps us out a ton. Be sure you hit that notify. And once again, go ahead and check out the membership down below. We're going to be working on that to give you guys a little bit more value inside of there with our monthly giveaways of packs to every one of the members that are inside of there. Once again, get into it, 99 cents. You can get into the membership. Definitely have an opportunity to jump in for that giveaway. If you guys like Japanese, I'm going to switch between Japanese, English, just random modern booster packs to get you guys going and get you guys something fun from the channel. So that being said, let's go ahead and check out the number 1 product, which is going to be the Brilliant Stars booster box. That's right, guys. Brilliant Stars just got an announcement for a reprint for booster boxes, which is a huge news. And as you can see next to me on the chart, the price has been going straight down. We've gone from $180 almost down to $145 to $140 right now in TCG Player for this particular product. It's always crazy that it was that high anyways, because you could have bought it at Pokemon Center for $40 less at MSRP. Whatever, some people just couldn't buy from Pokemon Center. I know some people said it was international sales because you can't buy from Pokemon Center USA out of the United States, so they were buying it off TCG Player because they did have international shipping. I don't know how much of that is part of it is just people weren't looking around and they're just buying everything from TCG Player. That could be also part of the synopsis there. Just kind of weird. Interesting dynamic, but now you're the same price at both of them. That has happened since the announcement of that Brilliant Stars reprint here last week, so we have been seeing a downward trend at the end of the day. So if you look at it in the last 6 months, this product was at $185 on TCG Player. It's at a low of about $150 right now. There have been some sales recently on there for about $143 to $144, so I'm predicting that that price is going to fall again over the next few days. That's a percentage gain of negative $35. That's right, this one has lost value in the last 6 months, which is not surprising with that reprint. But to me, A reprint is a great opportunity, guys, and this is probably going to be the last reprint that we're going to see from Brilliant Stars. Remember, we are in Scarlet and Violet. We are moving forward. The playability is changing. The tournament and rotation is changing right now, and we don't know how much Brilliant Stars is going to be reprinted from this point on. I would predict that this might be our last hurrah when it comes down to Brilliant Stars, so I'm not afraid to go ahead and jump in for a few cases of this particular product if it were to drop below that 140, down to that 135, even that 130, anything below 135 to me. Great time to buy Brilliant Stars, and I think that that's going to do really well futuristically with that alternate art Charizard, that alternate Arceus, Rainbow Arceus, Gold Arceus, and of course the Rainbow Charizard V-Star inside of there. There's some great cards inside of that set. Overall, it's got the first trainer gallery that came with it. Once again, another one of those bonuses. And I think as this continues to price drop, you have a great opportunity to get in on the investment. That's why I put this one at number 1, guys. I think the opportunity that are coming on this one as the reprint rolls out, as we get more product out there, and this continues to sink down in price, when you see a point where you think it's going to bottom out, or you pick a price like I did where you're around 130, 135, I'll probably go to 135 when I see it start dropping below that. I'll probably start buying this in little segments until we hit the bottom, and then probably stop when we start moving back up. That way I can cost dollar average that. I'm not going to miss out if I hit 135, but I'm definitely going to capitalize on every tier below that just to try and maximize my opportunities at the end of the day on that particular item. Overall, definitely going to do well in the future, guys. This is one of them hot sets that you got a Charizard in it, you got the alternate art Charizard, and in the future, people are going to be chasing that particular card. So once again, hopefully this is a good list. Hopefully this is something that gets you some thinking on this. Overall, I think that there's some great advantages right now to some of these products, especially in the Sword and Shield era, that are out of rotation, out of print. We know that there's no more print coming to these particular products, and we're safe to go in and make these speculative guesses that these will continue to move up just based on their current history and what we're seeing in the Sword and Shield block. Most of the sets are doing extremely well. Most of the sets are going up at a really nice pace. And overall, I think that there's some great value coming for a lot of these products in the future. This era is going to be a great era when it comes down to it. It's not going to be overprinted, in my opinion. I think that there's still going to be some great opportunities in the near future with this particular sets. Sword and Shield, great set block. Scarlet and Violet, the future is wide open for what we're going to see there. And it's going to draw in new people potentially, and it may cause some people to leave. It's just going to be a give and take at that point, and people may continue to run in the Sword and Shield era, which will give us an advantage too for the people that were investing in those time frames. So overall, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully this is some good information. Hopefully this helps you out on your Pokemon journey. And once again, if you are new here, be sure you hit that subscribe down below. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. It's a great hit for us to help on the channel. And last but not least, make sure you have that notify turned on so you know when we are talking about new things in the Pokemon TCG. Other than that, guys, I will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.